The Hmong population in Alaska has been steadily increasing in recent years, with many Hmong families moving to the state for economic and cultural reasons. Despite the challenges of adapting to a new environment, the Hmong have found a home in Alaska and are working to preserve their cultural traditions while also contributing to the state's diverse and thriving population. In 1990, there were no Hmong people living in Alaska, but since then, the Hmong population has grown year over year. In 2000, the U.S. Census Bureau reported that just 300 Hmong people lived in Alaska. However, in just 20 years, the population grew to over 5,600, making Alaska the sixth largest Hmong population in the United States. So that got me thinking, why was Alaska growing so quickly?
So a lot of Hmong people moved to Alaska due to the Nieshong, we currently live in Alaska, so we're like, hey guys, you guys should come, because um that's one of the things that I feel like it tempts a lot of people to come here. Other than that, in the summertime, it's beautiful. It's really beautiful. There's a lot of things to do. Outdoor, and there's a lot of stuff to do. It's beautiful. My name is Chia Vang. I'm currently in Anchorage, Alaska. Originally from Sacramento, California. I've been here since 2015. I haven't been here for too long. What made me move to Alaska was just coming to Alaska different. My uncle and my auntie and they told me, "Hey, come here. You get PFD. It's a good place to live."
The PFD, which stands for Permanent Fund Dividend, is a yearly payment that eligible Alaskans receive. The PFD is calculated primarily from the state's oil and gas revenue and is typically distributed in the fall of each year. The amount varies from year to year, but this year's payment of $3,000 per resident is the highest in its history. The PFD is intended to provide a direct benefit to Alaskans from the state's natural resource wealth and has become a significant part of the state's economy and culture.
It's called Alaska PFD, but and then from my understanding, New York is called a investment. Lu state more how we call funding now more company a like do take the resources from Alaska. So they put that money into investment, and in that investment it gains and they spread it to Alaska resident. You have to be an Alaska resident of 365 days to qualify for it. And um, you can start applying this from January to March. And usually June, July, they let you know how much you're getting, and also the year different depending on their investment from companies that come to Alaska to take the resources.
This just sounds too good to be true. You get paid to live in Alaska and you're surrounded by beautiful scenery. There's got to be a catch, right?
In the summer, we get like 20 to 22 hours of daylight, and in the wintertime, we get like 20 to 22 hours of nighttime. And that was the hardest part adjusting. Other than that, it's pretty much just similar to like a hustle bustle modern day city. Where I live, it gets to like negative 15, where other areas in Alaska, it does get to like minus 50. And yeah, the adjusting from the hot to the cold did take some time. Most of the stuff that we get in Alaska is either flown in or through there's a highway that comes from Washington to Alaska, and the cost of that freight coming in is added on to like the stuff that we buy. Watermelons like $10, grapes like $10, stuff like that. But with the inflation now, I feel like United States is expensive everywhere. We do still have that little extra cost because of how stuff get to Alaska.
What about the Hmong life there? How is it living in Alaska when you're Hmong American?
Great question. So cho mong nghề chuyện nghề cho đái thật sự bé nó ô hậu nãy chị bé thì chưa rồi thì nó sắp lên it's hard thì like new thì born thì cái you have to there is Mika farmer like you cái yung boa that's the company you want is like double triple the price of what somebody would be paying in the low 48.
Have you ever thought about moving back home? And what do you miss most about Sacramento?
So when I first got here, the first year it was like it took some time to adjust, but ever since then, I don't. I love outdoor. I'm a fisherman. I love fishing. Alaska has like a lot of outdoor activity that has made me make my mind that I want to like be here for the rest of my life. Yeah. So what I miss the most is just pho from Sacramento. There's no good pho here. Other than that, I would tell you that we get money to live in Alaska. Come live in Alaska.